welcome to a new live tutorial. Today we're going to go through and crochet this super adorable no-sew loaf kitty cat. I am so excited. We're also going to talk about all 30 no-sew amigurumi patterns, and at the very end we're going to give away some prizes. So make sure that you are sharing this video with your crochet besties so everyone has a chance to win something. And if we have more than 100 viewers, we're going to have 3 prizes to give away. How's it going, everyone? I'm so glad you're all here. Happy Easter Monday for those who celebrate. I know that some of you guys are still off of work or school or wherever you are. So I'm so excited that you guys actually made it and that we're going to crochet this super adorable loaf cat here. So let me show you how it looks like if you choose to make it into worsted yarn versus super bulky yarn. So I want to show you the difference, right? In size, you can definitely tell a difference. Let me put it over here so you can see it easier. Ooh, this is backwards. Let's do it this way. Let's see how I can hold it. There we go. Okay, so you can kind of see how the worsted version is much smaller. Let me see if I can stack it on top. I think that might be easier to see. So there we go. So one is worsted, top one, of course, and then the bottom one is super bulky yarn. So obviously you can tell there's a big difference in size. So this is the front. I just wanted to make a worsted version so you can see the difference. I've been trying to do that for all the patterns we're going through, just like I did yesterday for the fishy. And yes, it has a cute little X there on the back. We're not going to talk about what it is, but my fishy is over here. See my 2 fishies? We did this one yesterday. This one I did before, obviously, as well as that one, which is worsted yarn. And today we're going to work on the kitty cat. How's it going, everyone? I am so excited. Madeline already finished her fishy. Yes, I've seen several fishies pop up. I've seen a few of them that turned it into Nemo. So good for you. I'm very happy about that. It looks absolutely adorable. So let's go right into the pattern. Okay. Quick reminder, the written information is only going to be available for now in the book, in the ebook. No-sew crochet amigurumi patterns made easy. So this is the video tutorial to accommodate the written information. So currently, as I said, the written information is only available in the ebook. Okay, so you do have the video tutorial here though. So let's keep going or get going. We're going to use some worsted yarn just to make the magic ring happening. Okay, so that way it's going to be easier. Hold on, I got to put my slip knot first on my yarn. I'm going to use the gray yarn again instead of the orange because it's a little bit easier to see. Orange is close to red, so therefore hard to see. Put your yarn with the slip knot on your hook, then get your worsted yarn ready for the magic ring and simply insert your hook and start right away with a single crochet. So this is how it's going to look like when you get started. See, this is the loop that was on my hook. Then I'm inserting my hook into the magic ring and pulling up a loop and yarn over, pull through, and I have my very first single crochet ready. Okay, now you can use the alternative magic ring if you like, which is a chain of 2, and put everything into the first chain made, and then you just have to close your ring later. Just make sure you do so at the end. Okay, I prefer the magic ring because it is cleaner and faster in my opinion. So let's add 6 single crochets to the ring. Excuse me, 8, not 6. I don't know why I said 6. It's 8. I think I was still in my fish mode. It's 8 actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So now we're going to close up the ring. This is one of my favorite tips for you if you're using chenille yarn, because chenille yarn can rip when you do magic rings. So use your worsted yarn, ideally a yarn that's close to the color you're using. It's not necessary. You're not going to see it later. I showed it a few times where I used like a really strong color and you still can't see it later. Okay. So here you're just going to pull and pull it until the hole closes. So, and then you're going to make a knot. I like to make double knots just to make sure nothing comes undone of my magic ring. And then I'm going to use one of these yarn ends here as my stitch marker. So whichever one's the longest. They happen to be about the same. So I'm just going to use this one right here because it's already hanging there. And the other ones I'm just going to ignore. Okay. So we're now going to go into every single stitch and make 2 single crochet stitches. So let me look where my first stitch is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right here's my first stitch. I like to count backwards so that way you're not missing any stitches. Okay. So 2 single crochet stitches per stitch all the way around, which means after this round you're going to have 16 stitches. Okay, so we started with 8, we're going to end up with 16. You do want to count to make sure you have the right number. I like to definitely count on round 2 because I don't want to have to go back and fix it in case I make a mistake. And plus I'm talking a lot, so definitely going to count my stitches to make sure I'm not making a mistake. So let's see, I believe this is my last stitch right here. So let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yay! I did it correctly. I know in the beginning it may be hard to see your stitches, so I highly recommend you count as you go and don't talk over like I do. Feel free to pause the video during the replay if you would need to like count your stitches because I talk a lot. But we're having fun here. Okay, let's go into the next round. We're going to go 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochet stitches after. Let's do this again. 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochet stitches after. Let's do this all the way around. So 1, then 2. By the end of this round, you should have 24 stitches. So now I was talking too much and I have to double check where I am. So that was 1, and the next one is 2. 1, and then 2. 1 and 2, and I have a few more to go. Yes, 1 and 2, and then whoops, and then 1 and 2. There we go. Let's double check. We have 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 24. Woohoo! Hi, Beth G. Mom. You're in a hospital. I hope you're okay, but I'm glad you're watching me. Sounds like you're doing good enough that you can watch me. So yay. I'm so glad you're here. All right. Who else is here? I see so many of you here. Angel, Grace, Gloria, Sandra, Eleanor. Who else is here? I'm scrolling up for a second here. Claudia, Marisa. Hopefully I'm saying this right. Tina, Martha, Sarah, Francis, Carol, Maxine. We have so many of you guys here. I can't even name all of you guys, but I'm going to keep going here for a second, okay? So we're going to do the next round is going to be just single crochet stitches. So let's do that. 1 round of just single crochet stitches. After this round, we're already going to start with the ears. Okay, so that's going to be the round where we're adding the ears. Then we're going to add the face, because ideally you want to have the ears first so you know where to put the face. Otherwise, it may be a little off. So this round I am on is round 4. And I'm crocheting just 1 single crochet per stitch all the way around. So obviously that means we're sticking with 24 stitches. And we're going to stick with 24 stitches for a while, even when we make the ears, because even though we're adding multiple stitches in the same stitch, it ends up with still 24 stitches you're using, right? So this is how it looks like so far. I should be in a center here. I'm going to be right here so you guys can follow me along. Okay, so we're going into the next round. So this is the round where we're going to add the ears. Okay, so let me check real quick. We're going to start with 1 single crochet. So I'm going to slow down here for a second, because in this next stitch you're going to add your very first ear. You're just going to use the front loop for that. So obviously, let me point to it. Front loop, back loop. Ignore the back loop. We're going to use it in the next round again. Okay, so we're going to just use the front loop, and we're going to add 2 double crochets into that front loop first. So here would be 1 and 2. Now you're going to make a chain of 2, and a slip stitch into the very first chain mate. That gives it a little bit of a pokey ear, right? Then you're going to add 2 more double crochets in the same stitch, all in a front loop, right? So here's 1 and here is 2. So our first ear is done right there. So we're now going to go into the next stitch. We're going to add 4 single crochets after that ear. So this will be going through both loops again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to add 1 more ear, the exact same way as we did over here. So in the front loop only for the ear, 2 double crochet stitches. So here would be 1, then 2, chain of 2, slip stitch into the first chain mate like so, and then 2 more double crochets in that same stitch, again still in the front loop, only for the ears. And now we're going to finish the round with just single crochet stitches. Okay, so there should be 17 single crochet stitches left if you counted it right. So here we go. So that would be 1 single crochet stitch per stitch until the end, pretty much, after you made your ear. Then we're going to start adding our face. You could do it a little later if you wanted to, but I'm going to add it now, so I'm done with it. And then we're going to keep going because we're going to go very shortly into the round of making some of the limbs, which for the LOAF cat are very, very short. It's one of those teeny tiny legs, right? Okay, so this is so far how it's looking like. Adorable and cute. Okay, so we're going to add our face now. So the instructions say that you're going to add the eyes between rounds 2 and 3, about 3 stitches apart, roughly. So let's add the eyes first. So here I have, I believe these are 10 millimeter eyes. So let's do this. So between 2 and 3. So this is round 1, 2, and 3. So between 2 and 3. So this would be probably about here, roughly. Maybe I'm going to move it over just a hint. How about here? And then we're going to see about 3 stitches apart. 1, 2, 3. So, whoops. It would be probably about here. We want to make sure it's even. You can make them a little further apart if you like. So I'm kind of looking around here where I would be placing it. This might be a little bit better if it's over here. A little hint down though. We want them kind of even. Is that even? I'm trying to look at it. We want them even. Is that even? I'm looking at my ears. Trying to figure it out because I'm in an angle, so it's a little bit harder for me to see if they're. I feel like this needs to be just a hint down. Little hint. Is this one better? I think this is better, right? If not, my face is going to be off a little bit. It's fine. So here are the ears. Is that looking right? I can't see. Okay, so let's add the nose first, and then we're going to add the backings, okay? So the nose can be right here in the center into where the magic ring was, if you like, or you place it a little down. So a little down would look like this. I might do that because my other one is, well, I feel like this was a little higher. I think I added my eyes a little higher on this guy. So I'm trying to debate if I added right in the center or if I added a little down. So this is definitely not centered. So this is also not centered. Hang on. Let's see if I'm going to place it into the magic ring and let's see how it looks like. Right in the center. How's that looking like? It's a little higher than this one, but it might be cute that way. I might have to add my whiskers kind of here on the side instead of underneath. What do you guys think? Should I keep it in the center? Should I keep the nose in the center? I'm trying to figure it out. I think I might keep it this way. It's kind of adorable, but I want to make sure my eyes are even. I feel like this is a little off. Is that even? I think it looks pretty cute. What do you guys think? All right. It might look a little cuter if it's like right in the center. Okay, let's add our backings and I'm going to move on this. Here's my eye. And here is the eye. And here we go. Angel says, it looks good to me, but I'm blind as a bat. Oh my gosh. Claudia says, I'll get my husband to stop and get yarn from the trunk right now. You have yarn in your trunk? Holy macaroni. I mean, I'm glad I have groceries in my trunk sometimes. Should I be hiding my yarn in my trunk? All right. That looks pretty cute, actually. I kind of like it. I wonder if this eye's a little further over than it should be, but I think it looks cute. What do you guys think? I think it looks cute. Okay. I mean, you guys can add the nose a little further down, but maybe it's cuter if it's kind of more in a center. We'll see. We'll see. We're going to compare it after. That way you guys can see a difference. Where's my yarn? Here we go. So let's keep going. So we added our nose and our eyes. So we are now going to do 1 single crochet per stitch. But we're not going into the ear. What we're going to do is remove the ear forward, and we're going to go into the back loop that we skipped. And then we're going to keep going on the regular single crochet stitches, okay? So pretty much you're going to skip the ear, and you're just going to go into the single crochet stitches and the loop that you left over. So 1 single crochet was here. Here's the ear. Move the ear forward and kind of look where your back loop is, okay? And this is where we went into, so that looks like right here's our back loop. So I'm going to go into that, and you're just going to place a single crochet into it. Make sure your loop is tight, your single crochet is tight. You don't want it to be loosey-goosey, otherwise you're going to have holes over there. So make sure your stitches are tight for that. Again, you're skipping that ear, and we're going to go into the next single crochet stitch. So kind of move it to the side. There should be 4 single crochet stitches between the ears. So here's 1. So obviously it's going to bulk forward first. We're going to bend it back later. So ignore it for now, okay? So just ignore the ears. So here will be 1 single crochet, 2, 3, and 4. And now again, move that ear forward, find that back loop, make a tight single crochet right behind it. You don't want any gaps there, otherwise your polyfill is going to look out. And then go into the next single crochet stitch. And now I'm going to keep going. So 1 single crochet per stitch all the way around. And I believe in the next round, we're going to start adding our limbs already, because it is a loaf cat. It's going to have feeties down there. They're really low to the ground. What are they called? Munchkin cats or something? I think the loaf cats are supposed to resemble this. Am I saying this right? Munchkin cats? What is the name of those cats with the teeny tiny feeties? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? What can I do? Kelly's saying, what can I do for the nose? I don't have safety nose. You can embroider it on. You can embroider it on. No worries. Hang on. I got to go 1 step back because I had forgotten to move my stitch marker up. There we go. Okay, so I finished the round. So this is how it looks like so far. I recommend embroidering the nose on for both Maxine and Kelly if you don't have it. You can do it in pink. You can do it in black. So what I recommend doing is making a little triangle and then filling it in with black, the yarn, right? Like worsted yarn. We're going to use it later, right? So for the not mustache, with the, you know, the hair. It's not mustache. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, and then you just make a line down and maybe like a little, you know, whiskers. That's what I was looking for. So we're going to add that later anyways, the whiskers, so you can use the same yarn and make a nose. So don't worry about it. If you don't have a plastic nose, you can just embroider it on later. Minskin cat, is that what they're called? Minskin cat? Okay, so let's go into the next round. We are in round, let me look, round 7, okay? So we're going to make now 14 single crochet stitches. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, hang on, 12, 13, and 14. So we're now going to add our first little limp, okay? Munchkin is correct. I did it right? No way. Okay, or Minskin cat. Some of you guys call it Minskin. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we're going to do our very first limp, and it's going to be 3 double crochets together in the same spot, okay? So here we go. We're going to add 3 double crochet stitches, so, but they're unfinished first. So here's 1 unfinished double crochet stitch. Here's the next unfinished double crochet stitch, and here's the last unfinished double crochet stitch. So you should have 4 loops on your hook like so. Yarn over and pull through. Now you're going to add 1 single crochet in 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. After you did that, take your finger and push it against the double crochet stitches that you made. So it's coming out and creates one of the little feeties, okay? Let's do another one right next to it. So again, it's 3 unfinished double crochet stitches. So here's 1, here is the 2nd, and here is the 3rd. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all, okay? And now we're going to finish up 1 single crochet per stitch until the end. Again, push that bobble through so that way you can see your limbs, okay? So 1 single crochet per stitch until the end. There we go. So this is how it's looking so far. Pretty darn cute. Okay, so we're moving up our stitch marker. We're going to do a few rounds of just single crochet stitches. So round 8 through 10 is just single crochet stitches. So let's do that. So if my math is right, that is 3 rounds of single crochet stitches. This is your chance to ask me some questions, you guys. I can answer some questions while I'm crocheting. I'm just doing single crochet stitches, 1 stitch per stitch. All right, so does anyone have any questions? Tina is saying you can make the pink nose with yarn and embroidery thread. Yes, that's what I mentioned. You can do it pink, you can do it black. It's totally up to you. I just happen to use a pink nose because I think it's cute and I happen to have it. So otherwise, I probably would have, embroidered it on. I already have another cat video, like tutorial on pattern. If you want to check that one out, it looks like a little ball. It's similar to a loaf cat. You can use that as an example in order to add the nose if you like. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna keep going, and this is round 2 of just single crochet stitches. So we're gonna add the whiskers, by the way, at the very end, just that you know, at the same time as we're gonna add that little X to the bottom to create something on the back there. We're not going to talk about what it is, but you know what it is. Now, you don't have to add that, but it's supposed to make people smile and laugh. So if you don't want to add it, you don't have to. I'm not forcing you to, but I know you're going to make people smile if you do add it. Because I did that and I showed it to my kids and they were cracking up. So that word probably was not the right word to use when I said that. But anyways, I have one more round to go. Let me double check. Yes, one more round of just single crochet stitches. So here we go. And then we're going to add more limbs. There's 2 limbs missing. And then we're very shortly already at the back. And it's going to go very quickly. And then we're going to be done with this kitty cat. This is probably the longest part of just doing something is the single crochet stitches. And then we're going to go very quickly and finishing it up. Trust me, this is a very fast pattern. I'm talking more than I'm crocheting, so just that you know. It's his tush. It is his tush. Let's see. Beth's G mom is asking, where did I get the eyes from? It's in the material list of the pattern. And if you haven't gotten the ebook yet, you can email me and I'll send you the link to it. Otherwise, I highly recommend grabbing the ebook. It's in there, I promise. Look how cute it is. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. I kind of like that the nose is a little bit more higher on this one. Maybe that's cuter this way. I don't know. Let's go into the next round. We are on round 11 now, and we're going to crochet 1 single crochet in 15 stitches. So let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hang on, gotta get some more yarn. 14 and 15. So the idea is that your feeties are going to align, okay? Because you can tell there's a shift going on, which is why we have 15 over here and 14 over here, right? So we want to align them. So this is why we made 15 over here. Let's see. Is there an age limit on the eyes? I actually don't know. I do know that a lot of people say don't use plastic eyes for babies. Because these plastic backings are probably not as strong as you might think, and babies are very strong. I don't know where they're getting the power from, but they're strong and they can pull things off and, you know, try to apparently swallow them because it put everything in their mouth. So I don't recommend it for babies. If you're doing it for baby, then instead of the eyes, add a French knot. and instead of a plastic nose, you're going to embroider it on. That way there's absolutely no plastic on here, and then you're good to go. But toddlers, it should be okay. So I guess probably I think most people say 3 and up. That's probably what I would recommend. So don't use plastic eyes for 3 and under, if that makes sense. Okay, let's make another limp like this. So again, exactly the same way. 3 unfinished double crochet stitches. So here's 1, here's the 2nd, and here is the 3rd unfinished double crochet stitch. Yarn over, pull through all 4. Then we have 2 single crochet stitches in between the next one. So here's 1 more little feety. So 3 unfinished double crochet stitches. Here's the 2nd, and here is the 3rd. Yarn over, pull through, and 1 single crochet per stitch until the end. Okay, let's see. Francis is asking, which color am I using? Yes, this is like a light gray, I believe. This color, actually, I'm going to see if I can see. Oh, yeah, there we go. So this is LOAF yarn. You guys know I've been using LOAF yarn because I absolutely love it. LOAF yarn you can get at your local yarn shop. Okay, go to knittingfever.com and go to LOAF Cuddle, and it'll tell you exactly which local yarn shop is carrying it. You could order it online if you don't have one close by, but these are only carried in local yarn shops. So not big box shops, okay? So like Michael's, close to Joann's is almost close, right? Hobby Lobby, none of those have this, okay? You can't find it on Amazon either. These are only at the local yarn shop, and this happens to be the color silver. So if you want to support your, small business, local yarn shop, go ahead and grab some of this amazing yarn because it is really awesome. I absolutely love it. Most of the patterns in this ebook are made with this yarn. Pretty much almost all of them. I think 27 of them or so are made with this yarn. So here we go. Okay, so I think it's 28 actually. Okay, so now we're going to, let's double check, 2 more rounds of just single crochet stitches. So let's do that. So rounds 12 and 13 are just single crochet stitches. Let's see. Maxine says this is a good color for the elephant. Is that what I used for the elephant? I'm pretty sure I used this for the elephant. I'm double checking. I'm pretty sure I did. It looks very similar. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. The lighting is different over here than it's behind me, but I'm pretty sure I used the exact same yarn. If anyone has the ebook in front of them, let me know. I'm pretty sure I used silver for it. So, okay, so we are in round 12 right now. So we have done 1 more round of just single crochet stitches, and then we're going to add the tail. And the tail is not exactly done right away. It's more kind of we're starting it and then we're going to finish it after. Okay, so we're making a little hole. If you were here for the mystery crochet along, you know what I'm talking about. We're going to make a hole first and then we're going to add the tail after. So it's kind of like you're setting the foundation for it. So hang on, I got to pull some more yarn out here. Okay, so let's see. Did I do 2? No, I have 1 more round to go of single crochet stitches. So here we go, 1 single crochet stitch per stitch, and then we're going to create that little hole, and we're going to start decreasing at the same time. So where you're going to add the hole may be different from me, by the way. You want to double check that it's even, that it's like in the center of it, between the ears, kind of behind the ears. If you're looking at it, you're going to see it. Have you noticed, by the way, that this entire pattern doesn't have anything pre-made beforehand to be added onto? We're doing everything in crochet, literally. There's no pieces done beforehand and then added as you crochet. You don't have to slip stitch anything on. You don't have to knot anything. Pretty cool, right? This one is a very quick pattern. How adorable is this kitty cat? This might be my favorite one, actually. I like the gray one more than the orange one, maybe. It's maybe because my kitty is more of a gray-white kitty. Yes, you can change colors in between too to give it more of a, reflection of your kitty if you have one. What about a hippo? Maybe down the road I have a hippo. Okay, so it's similar to a hippo though, I guess. It's, it's a fat one. Okay, we're in round 14. I have the pattern next to me, which is why I'm looking at it. Okay, we're going to do 1 single crochet stitch. Okay, then we're going to do an invisible single crochet decrease. So you're going to go through the front loops of 2 stitches. So like so, 2 front loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's your invisible single crochet decrease. Okay, so now you're going to skip 4 stitches. So this is where you should be in the center of it. Okay, right here should be your center. Look at your ears. This is where the centerpiece is. These 4 stitches should be aligned with your ears. Okay, so look at it. Is it aligned with your ears? If you feel like you need to skip one more or less, you can. Just, you may have to adjust your stitches. So I'm going to skip 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches, and then go back into this one after I make a chain of 3. So make a chain of 3, then again, so 4 stitches skipped, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to start again with an invisible single crochet decrease, like so. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So it's going to look like this. So make sure, if you're looking at your ears now, is this aligned? Is the hole aligned? So look at your project and make sure it's aligned, okay? So let's keep going. We're going to repeat what we just did. Not this part, but the one in the beginning here. So we did an invisible single crochet decrease. So now it's 1 single crochet stitch. Then it's an invisible single crochet decrease, 1 single crochet stitch, invisible single crochet decrease. So we're pretty much repeating that now into the end. 1 single crochet stitch, then a decrease. I'm just going to call it decrease now. It is the invisible single crochet decrease though. There we go. 1 single, 1 decrease, 1 single, and 1 more decrease. There we go. All right, so this is how it's looking so far. We're going to do the next round. It's going to be just decreases, okay? And then we're going to add the tail. So I'm not going to stuff it just yet. I'm going to start stuffing it about halfway through of the next round, but you can start stuffing it now if you like, okay? So we're going to start with just decreases, okay? And that includes the chain. So we're going to use these chains here to do decreases. I recommend going into the back loop though, because you're going to use that again for the tail. This is where the tail is going to go later. So instead of the front loop for this part, I'm going to use the back loop. But again, it's up to you. So here's a decrease right here. Hang on, got to pull this through. Then a single crochet stitch, and then again a decrease. No, excuse me, there's no single crochet stitch. I just realized it is just decreases, silly me. Okay, decrease. Hang on. Gonna do the decrease over here. Come on, grab my loopy loopy. Okay. The cat is so cute. I have to make it once I get back from vacation, Michelle says. Let's go. Maxine says, I'm going to get the ebook instead of the sweatshirt I wanted. Maxine, I love you, girl. I'm so happy for you. You're going to be able to use this ebook way longer than a sweatshirt. I have this feeling. Patterns are endless. Okay, so here we go. Are we at 104? We're at 104 people, you guys. Everyone loves my little kitty cat, I guess. You guys are amazing. You guys shared it that much. My polyfill just fell down. This is so excited how excited it is. Okay, let's stuff this little kitty cat before we finish this round because our hole's getting too small. We reached over 100, you guys, which means we're going to do 3 questions later. Hopefully I have them ready. I think I did them ready though. I need to double check though because I copied some questions over. I know I have 2 ready. I'm going to make sure I have 3 ready. I will make sure of it. Don't worry about it. So, looking like good. Ooh, my tension is different on this guy than I did on the other one. You guys know what happens when I film online? My tension is always different. This tension was tighter. Can you tell? It's tighter on this one because I was sitting down with my Volare pillow. And when I'm on camera, it's always going to be, less tight. It's just what it is. Okay, so we're working on the bottom now. Okay. So we're going to talk about what's coming next in a second, Edna. Yes. So let's finish up this round. I may have to stuff it a little bit more, but I have a little hole here where the tail goes in, so I can do a little bit more. We now have 109 people watching. Let's go. Keep sharing, you guys. You're amazing. All right. So I'm going to have here 1 more invisible single crochet decrease. So like so, and now we just need to close up the hole. But if you feel like there's more room to add polyfill, go for it. I'm going to grab some more here to add a little bit more in here before I close this up. Do other yarns work as well if we don't have chenille? Yes, but whether it's gonna be cuddly and soft is gonna be a different question. Okay, you can use Bernard blanket yarn instead if you want to use super bulky yarn. If you're using worsted, it's gonna be smaller. So just that you know, as a comparison. Okay, so I highly recommend, since these are snuggly animals or so, or let's say amigurumi, you want to make sure it's cuddly. So if you're using rough yarn, it's not going to be cuddly and people are not going to want to snuggle with it. So keep that in mind, or play with it, depending, right? So adjust your polyfill a little bit so it's cute. Oh my God, look how cute it is. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so I'm going to close up my hole now. So let me show you how that works. You're going to cut your yarn. Decent amount, so about a foot or so, and you can take out your stitch marker at this point. I'm just going to snip it. There we go. And I'm going to take out my yarn gently, because remember, it's chenille yarn, it can rip. So we were going to be very careful now when we're closing up this hole. Okay, so you're going to pull this through, and you're going to go through every stitch and into the front loop only. Okay, so front loop and pull as you go. So that way you're closing it up as you go. If you do it later, you're going to be able to, you're going to rip this yarn. So pull as you are going through the front loops. Literally after every stitch you're pulling. If you do it later, you're going to regret it. Trust me on this. Pull as you go. Find your front loops, pull as you go. It's going to close it up more and more. See that? I have one more to go right here. Right here's one more. Closing it all the way up. There we go. So now you can weave it in, and I like to weave in, literally going through the polyfill, and always go back in where you came from. So over here, I'm going to go over here. I came out of here, so I'm going back in over here, going over here, going back in where I came from. I do this a few times until I feel like, okay, I think I wove it in enough. The polyfill is holding it tight inside, and then I'm going to snippy snip. This one is a fat one. This one definitely got a little fatter. So we're going to add the tail now, okay? So let me swoop around. I got to check my pattern over here. How's it going, everyone? We have 113 people now. Let's go. I didn't expect Monday to be bigger than Sunday. Okay, we're now going to add a little tail here in the back. Okay, so we're going to start with 3 single crochet stitches. I recommend keeping the corners, even though it's not per se a stitch, also there. Okay, so we want to use that too. So we're going to go into here. We're going to crochet 1 single crochet over here. Then another single crochet. Whoops. Another single crochet over here. Hang on. Make sure it's in a single crochet. There we go. Another single crochet here. And that's 3 single crochets in a row. Then we're going to do a decrease right next to it. So see if you can find like 2 loops that are resembling front loops. Then make a decrease. Then again, 3 single crochet stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. And then there should be 1 more decrease. So here there's 2 front loops right there. And a decrease. I'm going to take this guy right now and tuck it in because I don't need that. And now we're going to do 1 more round of decreases. So 1 single crochet in 2 stitches. So here's 2 stitches, a decrease like so. Make sure your stitches are nice and tight. 1 single crochet stitch and a decrease. Okay. Now we're going to add a few more rounds of just single crochet stitches. So if you feel like you want to add more stuffing, you can, okay? So I'm going to add here a hint more. If you can't get it in, use the back of your hook and kind of tuck it in. If you feel like you need to do that, you can add more as you go. And let me see, how many rounds are we doing? We're doing 4 rounds of just single crochet stitches, okay? So I'm just going to go around it. You can make more or less. It doesn't really matter. I can kind of tell after how many rounds I have done and see if it's 4 rounds. I'm pretty sure this is now 2. This is the second round. It's going to get tight, you guys. These are not a lot of stitches because you don't want a fat tail unless you want to have a fat tail. But we kind of want a skinny tail. So there's going to be a little bit tightness there. But it's doable. It's not that bad, you guys. You can do it. So if you want to keep stuffing things, you can. I'm probably not going to stuff the tail very much, if at all, because that way I can still bend it a little bit and it's going to be more playful. So here we go. I'm pretty sure I'm about to start round 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's going to be 6 in total. So I think this is now 5 and I have 1 more to go. So here we go. Almost there, almost there. And I think I have 1 more. Let me double check here how many stitches I have done, or better, how many rounds. We started here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have 1 more to go. So 1 more to go. As you can tell, I didn't use a stitch marker here because it's not super necessary as long as you have a good amount and you're good to go. So I think I'm going to stop right here. That's a good amount. It looks like this. If you want it to be bigger, you can. If you want it to be smaller, you can. It's totally up to you. I'm going to snippity snip now, and I'm going to close this up the same way as I did over here. Okay, so you're going to pull this out. We have 117 now. You guys are amazing and sharing. And thank you for hitting the like button, the subscribe button, for commenting. And I really, really appreciate you guys being here for this free fun tutorial to make a no-sew kitty cat. Remember, the video will be available as a replay after as well. So if you want to watch a replay later, that's fine. But I highly recommend you stay here because otherwise you're going to miss the prices. Don't go away. We're going to have some prices later. We're going to talk more about amigurumi patterns, and then we're going to give away some prizes. Okay, so I'm just going to weave in my ends over here. If you feel like you have any holes, you can go and use your yarn to kind of guide it through it. I feel like there may be a little hole right here. It's not a big, but I'm going to weave my yarn over and see if I can get it in here and kind of grab some loops that are rounded so that I can close this up. Do you see that a little bit there? Feel like I don't like it, so there we go. Close that up and then just weave it in. See, hole's gone. Okay, so now I can snippity snip this. All right, kitty cat is almost done. Look at it, isn't it adorable? I absolutely love it. Okay, how many stitches are in the tail, Gloria saying? You mean at the very end? You can do the math. There should be, let's see, 1, 2, 3 times 2, 6 stitches. Actually, I wrote it down in a pattern. 6 stitches at the very end per round. Okay, so I'm going to use my worsted yarn now, and we're going to add the little X there on the back. So let's start with that. I'm going to show you how I do it, okay? So we're going to add our little X first. So we're going to take our yarn and go in here somewhere on the side, and we're going to come out here right in the back below our tail, wherever you want your X to be. You can put it higher or lower. I think I'm going to put it higher. Let me look where I did it over here. Yeah, it's about where I put it, roughly. So we're going to put our little X here in the back. We're not going to talk about what it is, but you guys know what it is. Okay, let's see. We're going to do... Ooh, that one was a little high. Hang on, we're going to pull this back out. This line was a little bit low and the other one was too high. Hang on, we're going to do this again. This is a good thing when you can rip it back out, right? All right, so we're going to put our X roughly here. My nose is tickly. Okay, so we're going to go down. How about this one? I think it's going to be better if I kind of go down a hint. We want it to be even, right? Is this high? Hang on, where I'm going to put my X? I feel like this line is a little bit low. We're going to go and bring this higher. There we go. So this is better. So if I go over here and then come back out over here. Now we're talking. I think this is going to be better. There we go. And then you're going to put this down like this. Sorry, I was looking from an angle. So what I do now is I'm going to go back in and I'm going to come back out over here. Ooh, I pulled a little bit too much over here, but that's okay. I have enough over here. So once you pulled this back out over here, it's going to look like that. So let this hang here, okay? This is fine. You can adjust this here a little bit if you want it to be. So now you're going to bring this yarn to the front and we're going to add our whiskers. So bring it out somewhere and you can always go back in and figure out if this is good. So here's where we're going to adjust a little bit and see where we're going to put the whiskers. I think I'm going to put them here on the side a little bit, roughly. Let's go back in where we came from and let's see, is this going to look good? I think I'm going to put them here on the side. So I'm going to add here 2 of them on this side. Let's see how it looks like. We can always pull it back out. Let's see, is that going to look good? Let me see. I'm just going to pull this in and come out over here. You always have to make sure if you're coming out somewhere, always go back in the same spot. Does that look cute? Yeah, that kind of looks cute. I'm going to leave that over there. I'm going to check the comments in just a second, you guys, okay? I just want to finish my whiskers real quick. See, I went back in the exact same spot. If you don't, you're going to see your black coming out. So over here, I'm going to go back over here. Let's see. I want to make sure it's even. So I'm looking over it. So, and then go back in the same spot, roughly right here. Is that about even? You guys can tell. I feel like it is. This one is fatter than the other one. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to come back over here and just looking how it looks like. Looks pretty cute, right? So now you're going to take your yarn and you're going to come back out in the same spot where you came from. So if you can't get to it first, always go somewhere else and go back in the same spot. So right here is where it initially came from. You see that? Let me show you. This is the exact same spot. There's no yarn in between. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a knot right here because it's not over the gray yarn. And I'm going to make a knot and I'm going to snip this and I'll show you what happens after. I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to tuck this in like so. I highly recommend having some tweezers close by. You can weave it in too, but tweezers can help weave it in. And there we go. Oh, kind of like it. It's super adorable. Look at it. So you can tell the difference between me crocheting on camera, right? My tension is different on camera than it is when I not crochet it on camera. Look at this. It's the same stitch count, but my tension is different. Let's see. I see a couple of comments here, so let's go back up. X marks the spot, Maxine says. That's right. Maxine says, I will get it with Nikki to see how I gift you this. Oh, someone wants to gift an ebook? You guys are amazing. Yeah, email me if you want to gift someone an ebook. Let's see. You are so fun to watch. You guys make me laugh, though. You guys have the funniest things. Emma says, I bought your ebook yesterday. Can't stop crocheting. Yay! She already made the gummy bears. Now I want to make the kitty. They're easy to follow. I'm so completely satisfied with everything. Thank you, Emma. I appreciate your comment. That makes me so happy. Look at these kitties. I kind of like the fat one more. I don't know why. I like it. Look, the whiskers are a little different and the nose is a little bit more higher. Maybe the gray one looks cuter. Who knows? What do you guys think? Is the gray one cuter? I kind of like it. No mouth. I'm not going to add a mouth. You can add a mouth if you want to, but I'm going to keep this one as mine is fat and so filled you can't see the mouth anymore. Isn't that adorable? I kind of like it. All right, guys, let me swoop around so you can see it. Look at it. It's so cute. Look at this fat one. It's fat. It is so adorable. It's the exact same pattern. My tension is different on camera than it is when I sit down with my Volare pillow. You can tell the tension is different. There's a couple of gaps in between, right? So I'm a lot tighter in tension when I sit on a sofa. But it definitely looks more like a loaf. Look at this loaf kitty. Oh my God, I love them so much. They're so cute. I'm going to put them behind me right now. Hang on. So we're going to put the loaf kitty over here. And then this one we're going to put over here. How about that? I think that looks pretty good. So let's talk about these patterns behind me. We're going to do some more live tutorials in the next few days. In case you didn't know, let me tell you guys this real quick, okay? So that way you know for sure what I'm talking about. We're going to do more live tutorials in the next few days. So today is the 21st, and we have 2 more days of live tutorials. One of them is going to be the bird, very likely tomorrow. So we're going to do the birdie right there. The last one is going to be a big question mark still. You guys have to help me decide. Is it going to be, let me move the picture to the side so you can see. Is it going to be the cupcake right there? I'll show you a better picture in a second. Is it going to be the cupcake or is it going to be the axolotl? Okay, which one am I going to teach you on Wednesday? The axolotl or the cupcake? Which one? So let's talk about all of these patterns here behind me in this ebook, and at the very end we're going to give away some prizes. Okay, so stay till the end if you want to have a chance to win something. Okay, And I just looked, I have my 3 questions ready for today. Yay! Remember, if we have the same situation tomorrow, more than 100 people, we're going to give away 3 prizes instead of just 2. So always tell your crochet besties to join us, okay? So let's do this. Let's go through some questions of why this ebook is special, and it's definitely different than any other ebook or book out there, okay? Let's talk about it. So the very first thing is, you just got introduced to these cute little kitty cats, right? And we did yesterday a fishy. You saw that over here. We made this fishy yesterday. We made this kitty cat today. And the question from me to you is, would you like to have more no-sew amigurumi patterns? If you have never made amigurumi before, or you love amigurumi, then I have this feeling you would appreciate no-sew amigurumi patterns without having to worry about where are you going to add the pieces later. Where do you have to sew them on? And then you have to worry about a needle, and is it gonna look good, right? Here it's absolutely no-sew. There are a few different techniques to make it no-sew. You just saw some of them by literally adding stitches to it, okay? And you have stitches onto it, and therefore creating limbs or ears and crocheting onto it in order to crochet, let's say, a tail, for example, right? So there's many different ways on how to turn something no-sew, and I have an entire ebook here for you that has all no-sew crochet patterns, right? Ad-free and printer friendly. Let's talk about that in a little bit more detail. My nose is so itchy today. I don't know why. Anyways, would you like to have an ebook that has very detailed patterns with large font? I'll show you that in a second so you know what I'm talking about, okay? Actually, I might show it to you here. Look, this is the cat, okay? This is part of the cat pattern. Look how big this is. This is size 14 right here. So these patterns are very large, okay? Like you can read it easily between your crochet and the pattern. You do not have to print it out. You can have it digitally. In fact, I recommend using it digitally because it comes with video tutorials, more than 15 video tutorials. In a few months, you're gonna have all 30 video tutorials included, or all patterns we're going to have a video tutorial. It's going to be more than 30 in there in the end because some of them are literally like tips tutorials, okay? So you're going to get a lot more video tutorials as we go along, but for now there's more than 15 videos already included for many of these different types of patterns. So if you are more of a visual learner and you absolutely love videos like this and having fun with this, okay, and you have replays available with these live video tutorials, most of them are done as live tutorials, so we have fun here. We are excited. Anyway, so if you want all of those with video tutorials without having to search the internet and trying to find something you're looking for, have it all at the tip of your finger. You can just literally tip it, right? Tap it, tap it, tap it, because they're all clickable. You have everything instantly available. Materialist, videos, everything you need is just a little click, and it's very user-friendly, very beginner-friendly and user-friendly. And as I said, even the table of content is clickable. So if you are going to go to the bookstore and just compare this list with that, you're not going to find books, even crochet books. I don't care what books are out there. Sadly, we have to say this, that there's no books out there yet that have video tutorials. If there are any, I think I found one that was a cooking book that had a little QR codes inside and said, here are some videos that come with it. That was one book I found, and I've been going to the bookstore a lot, and I have not found one crochet book with large font that had video tutorials. None of them. This one does, okay? So if you're more of a visual learner without having to worry about, trying to find something, then that is for you. It comes with video tutorials that are clickable. The other thing that it annoys me when I go to the bookstore and find books, it really is annoying, and tell me if you feel the same, because I'm not trying to be frustrating or something, right? Or being pessimistic, but I'm trying to have a good experience. In 2025, we should be able to get the materials we're looking for instantly, right? I mean, we have short videos. Everything is a click of a button, right? We want things quickly, okay? Our food comes faster than our material is sometimes, right? So anyways, the point is, if I get a book from the bookstore, it will tell me some kind of random yarn that may not have heard before, right? And then I have to go and Google it and figure out where I can get it, and it never gave me a picture either, so I don't even know if I'm getting the right one. So how do I know my product is going to end up the exact same way as the original pattern is, right? That can be frustrating. So here you're getting instant links and therefore know exactly what I use to make this pattern happen. Therefore making it very easy and beginner friendly, right? Because it is user friendly. You just know what you're going to get. It's right there. You click it and you can move on, right? You don't have to worry about wasting your time. Now, let me show you how this actually works in reality. Here's kind of a summary picture that tells you exactly what I was just talking about. You have the table of content that is clickable. It jumps you to the tutorial or the pattern. And then from there, you have these blue words. Those are all clickable. It'll jump you, like, for example, to a video tutorial. That's an example, right? Or the material list. And you also have the main menu button, which is a little purple button. It says main menu. And it'll jump you back to the table of content. I'll show you how that looks like in reality. Oh, Beverly, you just got it, girl. Woohoo! I got to put this away so I can do a better woohoo. Let's do this again. Woohoo! Who also did? Who also did? You guys tell me. If you got the ebook today, please let me know. Let's see. Shelly is saying, it might be perfect for teaching a beginner crochet class for children. Any thoughts and suggestions? I have 2 girls that want to learn amigurumi. Shelly, I would highly recommend first checking out my beginner tutorials on single crochet. That's probably the main one you're going to need. Chains, single crochet, skip stitches, things like that. They're all free on my website as well as my YouTube channel. And if they're done ready to learn amigurumi, tell them about this because it does come with video tutorials making it easy and beginner friendly. So if they're ready, if they know how to make a single crochet and a chain, they're ready for doing some amigurumi. But, you know, start it slowly. Okay, I think that's a good way to do that, right? So let's see. I'm just checking. Joyce is saying videos are very help to clear up some directions for placements. Very true. You saw that today when we did the kitty cat for sure, 100%. So let me show you on my iPad how that actually looks like of what I was just talking about. Okay, so I talked about that the table of contents clickable, and I'm serious about it. I also wrote it down just that you know, because some people don't pay attention to me. That's okay. I understand. But I hope you sure read it. So once you get the ebook, this is how it's going to look like, right? This is my iPad. So this is the table of content and it's clickable, right? So once you tap it, let's go, and I'm just going to click the cat since we did that today. Actually, let me first show you what these numbers represent, okay? So we have the tips tutorials right here. There's 9 of them. They're all clickable. And then you have over here the patterns, right? And there's a number behind the 3 because chapter 3 with the numbers, 30 patterns. So if you don't know what it represents, these are the numbers right here. You just slide over, right? And you can see exactly what they represent. So for example, we're going to look for the kitty cat as number 17. Okay, then we're going to click on 17 in a second. But first I want to tell you that it is organized by category. We have different categories. We have foods, as you can see under number 7, those are food categories. Then we have non-animals, non-foods, which is number 8 through 12. Those are all, you know, regular things, right? And then we have 13 through, let's see, 20. Those are land animals, even if they don't exist anymore, like a dinosaur, right? Then we have things that fly, the bee unto the bird. So even though the chicken doesn't fly far, it does have wings. So 21 through 24 are, you know, air animals. Let's call them air animals. Is that what they call air animals? Well, the things that fly. Anyways, and then we have 25 through 30, which are water animals, okay? I don't want to call it ocean because a bird, a fishy can be anywhere, right? So we have then the water animals. So these are the categories, how they're organized, okay? So let's click on number 17, which is the LOAF cat, and it'll jump you to the LOAF cat, okay? So here's the LOAF cat, and then you can just swipe around, right? And then there's the main menu button up there, and you can jump right back. But as you just saw, if I go back to it, let me go back to it so you can, I'm just going to go dino for a second here. You can see those are blue, right? So do you see the blue parts over there? Those are all clickable. So the material list is clickable, and there's a video tutorial also. Now, I have all the videos also within your account. So you're going to see when you log in after you purchase the ebook, you're going to have one area that says, here's the ebook, and then one of it says, here's the video tutorials. So if you don't want to click here, let's say you want to print it out the way I did, you can go just log in and you see all the video tutorials listed in order. Okay, so that way you can just click on whichever one you want to look for. In fact, fact, the owl has 2 video tutorials. They're only in that library because I don't have a link directly and it has to be embedded. Okay, so they're going to be just in there. So you're going to have to get used to that video library, which is very helpful to have. You have them all in a row. You don't have to like click around or anything. Super user friendly. And you have all the video tutorials in one location, right? And I keep adding more and more as I teach you more. They're all going to be added in there in the end. So you're going to see them all. And by Wednesday, I have this ebook updated with all the links included as well. Okay, for any videos that I'm doing in the next few days, they're going to be added into the video, into the ebook as well, just that you know. Okay, so that is how the iPad looks like. So what do you think? Is this something for you? Let me show you all the patterns a little bit more up close, because I know sometimes when you see just the little tiny pictures, it might be hard to see. So let me show them up close a little bit. So here would be the first 10 of them. Okay, remember there's 30 in here. So we have the owl, which is very popular. There's 2 video tutorials that go with it. Okay, so the owl, the snowy winter owl, apparently looks like the one from Harry Potter. So if you're a Harry Potter fan, or you know someone who's a Harry Potter fan, this works for you. I've never watched Harry Potter, I never read Harry Potter, so I didn't know. It was requested by my TCC members. The people in my membership wanted a snowy winter owl. I had no idea it was because it looks similar to Harry Potter. So I just made it, and everyone's like, oh my God, it looks like the one for Harry Potter. I was like, oh, is that what you were thinking? Anyways, and this is one of my favorites. The elephant, eventually we'll have a video tutorial for that as well. The same is true for the whale. Love those. Aren't they so cute? We just did the kitty cat. You have the dino video already available. The fish the same. Here's the cupcake we were talking about. Okay, do you want the cupcake or do you want the axolotl for Wednesday's video? Tomorrow we're going to go through the birdie. That's going to be fun. We have a frog. That one is already available as a video as well. The cow is coming. In a few months, you have all of them, okay? I cannot give you a timeline, but eventually my hope is to have them all. Then we have, here's the next 10. We have a jellyfish. We have a gummy bear that comes with a video. This one also comes with a video. This one is super easy. It's a pencil. The turtle right here is related to the baby turtle. So I'm not going to make additional video on that because they're very similar. It's just a little bit bigger, okay? The same style, just a little bit bigger. So then we have a banana, which is one of my son's absolute favorite ones. We have a chicken, we have a donut, and a pacifier. The pacifier is also popular because it's great for gender reveal, okay? So just change the colors out. There's a squeaker inside. If you want to put a rattle inside too, that's fine too. I put a squeaker inside. So like a, a toy that you would use for, let's say, a dog or something like that. I have a link, of course, in there so you know what I used. These are really fun to make, this pacifier. And then we have here 10 more, makes it 230. We have the bunny. It's still Easter. You can make bunnies. Okay, we have a crayon. We have an octopus. This one comes with a video. We have a book that has a hidden pouch, which is super cute. Here are the axolotls I was talking about. I would be making the baby axolotl if I'm making it. So you guys still have to decide. Baby axolotl or cupcake? Which one do you prefer? Let me know. We have a boba. Obviously, the boba drink you can change up to make it into a milkshake or something like that if you prefer that. But boba drinks are very popular right now. I'm not a fan of them, but they are. By the way, have you noticed I picked a lot of popular items you could sell as a vendor at craft fairs, okay? They're popular as gifts. They're popular all year long. So I really picked the most popular ones right now. You also have a carrot. We have a bee. The bee also comes with a video tutorial. And we have a hook. That also comes with a video tutorial, which makes a great crochet gift. So if you know a crocheter, you can gift them a crochet hook. It's like, here, look, there's a crochet hook for you. You can't crochet with it, but you can make it. It's super cute. Okay, Barbara says, if you have never bought an ebook from Nikki, then you have to get this one. Who doesn't want a soft cuddly animal that is so simple to make with tutorials and written instructions? Barbara, I love you, girl. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. If you guys haven't gotten the ebook yet, go grab it for yourself because this ebook is on sale until Wednesday. So let me pop up the picture so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Here are all of them in one little Whoop. Okay, $15 off brings it less to $20. What is going on with my nose today? Why is it so tickly? Okay, less than $20 for all 30. All 30, okay? You're going to get all 30 patterns with 9 tips tutorials and more than 15 video tutorials, okay? All ad-free and printer-friendly. That's a huge amount of value you are getting, okay? I mean, you have large font. It is easy. It's user and beginner friendly. I mean, there's nothing to lose, okay? It's less than $20 for the entire ebook right here. Use that coupon code up there until the 23rd of April of 2025. Okay, let me pop in the link real quick into the comments so you guys have it ready to go. Ooh, I copied it earlier. I gotta copy it again. It's been too long. My system's like, I forgot which link you were copying. Hang on, go back. I'm gonna copy it again. There we go. It's in the description now. It's in the description already, but I just put it back into the comments if you guys want to grab it from there. Let's see. Tina, you just got the ebook. Let's go, girl. Woohoo! Did I click my button? Yes, I did. I was like, where's the confetti? Okay. Sarah says, ebooks are very explicit, and if you need help with anything, you can ask, and Nikki will respond very quickly. The videos are very great. That's true. I'm very quickly in responding. So if you ever have a question, you can just let me know. Okay. So I went through all of these. I want to show you a couple more reviews. I have been showing in the last few days in case you missed it. So in this entire collection right here, let me show you. Okay, so ad-free, printer-friendly, more than 30 I said the same thing as yesterday. More than 30 written patterns, more than 15 video tutorials, 9 tips tutorials all about no-sew. And here are some of the reviews I've been getting about different types of ebooks. Okay, so I love the ebook. I found it to be more affordable than buying the patterns individually. Thank you for such a bargain. Marty, that's true, because in this entire ebook, written instructions, just looking at the written instructions, 27 of them are exclusive to just this ebook. Okay, you can't find it anywhere else. You may find the video tutorial like this LOAF cat, but currently, as it stands, as of today, you can only get the written instructions in this ebook. Plus, it's ad-free and printer-friendly. Very helpful, right? So then Teresa says, this ebook is set up so clearly and extremely user-friendly. The patterns are read clear and instructions are easy to understand. I appreciate the links to purchase the items needed for each pattern, so you know exactly what was used. That's true. That's very helpful, as I mentioned. I too have an obsession with yarn and crochet. Thank you for this ebook. Yay! That's what I'm talking about. What do you think? Are you going to get the ebook? If you haven't gotten it yet, let me know. Are you going to get it? Let's see. You can also get the movable earbook as an add-on. That's right. There's an option to add an additional ebook to it, which is very popular as well, that has moving ears. It's literally a hat with moving ears. So if you want to get that one as well, I have 31 different ebooks. So I just popped one in there that I thought would be really fun. A lot of you guys already took advantage of that. That's for sure. Let's see. Tina, you probably want to email me about this later. Okay. So email me so I can help you with this. Okay. So let's keep going because I think it's time to do some prizes. Who's ready for some prizes? I sure am. Okay, so let me move my stuff to the side so we can get into the prizes. Okay, the very first thing is we had more than 100 viewers, so I promised you we're going to do 3 prizes. Okay, so first let's go and talk about the different types of prizes we have available to you. Okay, one of them is this yarn box, which I'll show you in a second. These are exclusive yarn boxes that usually only go out in a special time of the year for those who join as a new annual member for the Crochet Club. And again, as a special time of year, it's usually 5 times a year. And otherwise, this can only be won as a prize if the spinny wheel decides on it. I don't decide, spinny wheel does. Okay, so if you want to blame someone, blame the spinny wheel. Although I think all the prizes are great. Okay, so let's go through the price first and I'll show you what's inside the box. Okay, so the box is one of them. This would be for the US only, by the way. If you land on it, you're outside of the US, you get a free ebook instead. The other option is, of course, the free ebook itself. There's also $10, $15, or $20 off any of my ebooks. I have 31 different ebooks, okay? Then we have a $10, $20, and $30 Ravelry coupon code. And we also have a 5 or 10 PDF patterns of your choice that you can also win. All of those that are singular PDFs or the Ravelry coupon code, they're only available in my Ravelry store. So those are the different prices. Let me show you really quick what's inside the yarn box. I do have to zoom out, just a hint. Okay, there we go. So again, these boxes are typically only for the US, those who join as a new annual member about 5 times a year. So otherwise, this box doesn't go out unless you win it. Okay, so it literally says the Crochet Club on it because this is typically only for our membership. Okay, so that is one thing. Then we also have a tapestry needle because for some reason a lot of you guys never know which tapestry needle to use. This is the ones I use, so I put it in there. Some stitch markers and stickers. You're also going to get this handy little sheet here. How much do I need on yarn per project? This is an estimate, okay, in terms of what yarn weight for TCC times. We also have a color wheel. I have a few of them left. I have a notebook too, but those are on the way. It hasn't arrived yet. I had to order more. There were so many that joined the Crochet Club last time that I ran out. Okay, then we also have these clips right here, but it's going to be one or the other. It's either the pop socket, which is black or white. Pop sockets are for the back of your phone, so that way you can hold your phone properly without cramping up your fingers or without making it fall in your face, right? At nighttime, you know what I'm talking about. Or you can lean it, you know, so that way you can watch your movies and things like that. Or a clip like this, which seems very popular for yarn, right? For like changing yarn or something. This looks like it's a very popular thing. It does have a magnet, so you can use it for your fridge as well. You also have a measuring tape. Yes, it's a measuring tape. That's also a keychain. Everyone gets one of those if they're getting a box. And we have some mystery yarn that's included as well. So that's what's inside one of these yarn boxes. So now I talked about all of that, so it's time now to do the prices. Are you guys ready? Let me put this to the side so I can click on my links for the price questions. I have 3 questions ready to go for you guys. Are you guys ready? Okay, let's go. We have question number 1. You guys typey really quickly. 1 answer per question. If you won it within the last month, please don't answer. Give everyone else a chance. Okay, and the winners will need to email me later. I'll show my email address off later. So let's do question number 1. Here we go. Which pattern did we crochet at the beginning of this video? I'm going to keep that question. It's very easy. So do you remember? You were here in the beginning, weren't you? I'm going to take a sip of coffee here for a second. I have something in my throat. Okay, which pattern did we crochet at the beginning of this video? You tell me, which pattern did we crochet at the beginning of this video? You may be able to see it at the title. If you're on YouTube, you can see the title, or the thumbnail, or the description. It'll tell you, or you were actually here and crocheted with us. Which of these many animals did we crochet at the beginning of this video? You tell me. Typey. Leave it down below. Which animal, and now I said even animal. Which pattern did we crochet at the beginning of this video? You tell me down below or on the side, depending on where your comment section is. Okay. Let's see. Did I give you guys enough time? I'm going to give you a few more seconds. I'm going to take another sip here. How about this? Okay, I took another sip. Yes, it's coffee. It's going to hype me up a little bit more. I'm already hyped up because I'm so happy. Okay, so I like to give away prizes. Can you tell? Okay, so I'm going to show off the winner. I'm going to cover my eyes and let's, am I in the right position? Yep. So here we go. I'm going to cover my eyes and let's swoop up and down and we're going to find our winner. I'm going to stop right. How about here? We have Lisa, and I'm not going to pronounce your last name. I am very sorry, but I'm going to butcher that. Congratulations! Yes, it's the kitty cat. That one right there. Or you can say that one, depending, right? This one is a fatter one. I like the gray one. Okay, so let's see what you won, Lisa. All right, spinning wheel aside. Here we go. Lisa won. What is it? Where's it stopping? There we go. 10 PDF patterns of your choice. Yay! Congratulations, Lisa. I'm going to show you my email address later so you can get in contact with me, okay? So let's go to question number 2. Congratulations, Lisa. Let's go to question number 2. Question number 2. Are you guys ready? I hope you're fast. Your fingers should be warmed up, right? You guys are fast. Quickie. Okay, so question number 2 is... name 3 amigurumi patterns in this ebook. 3 of them. You see them all behind me? Come on, type them up. Name me 3 of them. They're not all animals. They are not animals. Remember, there's different categories in here. Different categories, right? We have animals, we have food, we have non-food, non-animal. I don't even know what to call that. General area category. I don't know. We have animals that are on land. We have animals in the sky. We have animals on the water. Name 3 of them. So many different categories in this collection. You see them all behind me. So you tell me, name me 3 of the amigurumi patterns in this ebook. So I want to, it kind of will tell me which ones you like the most. I don't know, maybe. Or you're like, oh no, these are just ones that I can type up very quickly. Well, it kind of tells me which ones you like the most. Maybe that's kind of my intention to figure it out. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to remove this and let's find my winner. Are you guys ready? Oh, this time you guys are typing up quickly. Here we go. I'm going to cover my eyes. And let's find our winner. I'm going to scroll, and let's stop right about, how about here? We have Joyce K, and that's a catfish and a cupcake. I like that. That's a good collection right there. Yay! I mean, I'm not going to name all of them, but you can see them behind me. There are so many different animals. So, not just animals, amigurumi. Remember, there's different categories. So, Joyce, let's see what you won. Joyce won. What is it going to be? Where is it? There we go. A free ebook. Yay! You're going to get a free ebook of your choice. I have 31 different ebooks, so you get to pick which one. You can hop over to my website, nikkishomemakercrafts.com, and then you just type click the ebook button, and you will find all of them right there. So if you want to browse through before you email me, you can. Okay, Joyce. So congratulations. We already have 2 winners. Are you guys ready for question number 3? Let me remind you really quickly. We're going to go live again in the next 2 days. Okay, we're going to do the bird tomorrow, and then we're still deciding on the cupcake and axolotl. I'm going to go through the comments later and see how many of you guys say cupcake versus axolotl, and then we'll figure that one out for the last day. But we're going to give away prizes again, and of course we're going to talk about all 30 patterns because the sale ends on Wednesday with that coupon code. The ebook's not going anywhere after that, but the coupon code will expire by the 23rd. That's the last day of the sale. So take advantage of it if you want to get all 30 patterns ad-free, printer-friendly, with more than 15 videos, 9 tips, tutorials, all with large font, and you're going to get the entire thing for less than $30. Okay, $20, excuse me. So there's 2 more days of prizes. So let's go to question number 3. Here we go. Question number 3. Are you ready? Let's see if you were paying attention to me. I was just telling you this. Okay. Name 1 category of the no-sew amigurumis in this ebook. Name 1 category. I just went through all of them. I did it easy for you. Let's see which one do you remember the most. And then again, it will tell me what you guys focus on. Kind of like a win-win. You guys can win something and I will gain some knowledge on what you guys think about first when you look at these animals and all kinds of other things back here. Name me 1 category in the no-sew amigurumi ebook. Name 1 category. It's not that hard, you guys. It's not that hard. I know you can figure it out. Let's see. Typey. Which one do you think about first? All right. I'm going to take another sip of water because I have like something tickling in there. All right, here we go. I see a bunch of you guys already answering. Ooh, it looks like some of you guys are preferring one over the other. I can tell. Okay, here we go. I'm going to remove the question and let's find our winner. Are you guys ready? Okay, I'm going to cover my eyes. Okay, and let's find our winner. I'm going to scroll, and I don't know how far I need to scroll, actually. I'm going to scroll back down. I have no idea. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. We have, I kind of like that question. Amanda said, things that fly. Ooh, I just hit my hair. Things that fly. I like that. The fly animals. Amanda, I like that answer. I see a lot of you guys say either animals or food. Looks like you guys really prefer that. Do you guys not like the other ones? Maybe next time I'm not going to make the other ones. There are some non-food, non-animals in there, like, you know, the pencil, the crayon, the pacifier, the book. Looks like you guys are not enjoying those ones. That's okay. I enjoy those. I like those. But anyways, it looks like the things that fly, live live in the water or on land are the most popular with the foods. Okay, so let's see what Amanda wants. Shall we look together? Amanda won. Here we go. What is it gonna be? It looks like a $30 Rabbit coupon code. You're gonna get a lot of patterns with that one. Yay! Congratulations to all of our winners. Oh, I'm so excited for all of you. Let me show you my email address so you know how to get in contact with me. Okay, it's Nicole@Nikkie'sHomemadeCrafts.com. The other one would be support@Nikkie'sHomemadeCrafts.com. I have two email addresses. Pick either one. I don't care. Email me and then make sure for the winners, put in the subject line, winner of, put the price and the date you won. I know it sounds really weird that I say that, but some of you guys take your sweet time to email me. So I need to make sure that I can confirm that you truly are the winner. So put in winner of, the price and the date, and then that way I can confirm it and then I can give you your price. So you guys need to email me the winners. If you have a question about this ebook or Tina, for example, for gifting it to someone, you need to email me as well so I can handle that for you. Okay, anything customer service, questions related to printers, to the ebook, to anything, to the animals, I need you guys to email me so I can answer it for you. Okay, so please always email me if you have questions. Never put support questions in Facebook, on YouTube or something like that. I can't help you there. You always have to email me, okay? Because the easiest way, the fastest way for you to get the answer or the help you need. Sounds good? Plus, there's a lot of things that are usually a private matter and shouldn't be on social media. Anyways, I am so excited, guys. We're here. Let's remind you really quickly why this ebook is so important for you to think about, okay? This ebook has all of this in here, okay? It's an ebook that you can print out for yourself like I did, right? But it not only is printable, it is also ad-free. It has large font, has 30 I keep saying videos, 30 written patterns, more than 15 video tutorials, and it comes with 9 tips tutorials as well. It is super beginner friendly and easy to use, and it literally is your go-to in terms of no-sew amigurumi. So if you enjoy amigurumi patterns or you want to dabble into it and you absolutely dislike sewing, then this is for you. So grab this ebook before this sale ends, and that way you can enjoy it and literally at your own pleasure. You can go and make as many as you like, especially if you do craft fairs and things. If you want to gift it to someone, there are so many things that you can make with these, and you can gift them, you can donate them, whatever you like. Okay, and remember, we're gonna go live again in the next few days, so I hope to see you guys there. Am I right? Until then, I hope you have a wonderful day. Go grab your no-sew amigurumi patterns in this new ebook with the sale that you see right there. I see you guys tomorrow. Until then, bye!